I wanted to jump on today and go over Pinterest predictions for 2024 with you and tell you how you might use that when you are creating your content plan for the coming year. So there's two different things that Pinterest does for us in this area. We have Pinterest Predicts, which is something that they do at the end of every year, and they are making predictions about what are going to be the trending topics for the coming year. And then there's also Pinterest Trends. Pinterest Trends are a little bit of a smaller window. Those are updated much more frequently, and it's just kind of showing you what is popular right now or what is on the rise right now. I'm going to do a separate video about Pinterest Trends. I do use those. I use them a little bit differently though than I use Pinterest Predicts. So first we're going to talk about Pinterest Predicts. So what Pinterest Predicts is Pinterest makes predictions at the end of every year for the upcoming year based on searches and all of that stuff that's been going on Pinterest. And they say that they are 80% accurate. Now that number comes from them. So how accurate is that? I have no idea, but we're just going to roll with it. I am always looking for ways to get traffic to my site from sources other than Google. And this is one of the ways that we can do that. So we're going to pull this up. You can just search the term Pinterest Predicts in your search engine and it'll pop up. You'll see it right away. So when we click on that, this is what we come to. We're just going to click on this Explore Trends. And it's going to bring us to this kind of funky, page with these weird kind of pin-shaped bubbly things that all move around and get bigger. And there's all different niches in here. I think they have like 23 trends that they identified. And so I'm a travel blogger, so I want to look specifically at travel. So we're going to go to our filters up here in the top right. And you can filter by audience if you really want to see what Gen X is into this year. That's me. I can tell you what kind of things I'm into, but or you can pick the category. So since I'm a travel blog, I just want to look at travel blogs or not travel blogs, excuse me, the Pinterest predictions for travel for the coming year. All right. So rest stops. Let's see what that's about. Okay. I am not going to read this whole thing, but basically it's about like taking it slow and easy, sleeping in, not being a jam-packed vacation. All right. Then we have some trending search terms here that they give us, and they give us this little plus 70%, plus 145%. So that is what they're predicting that over the coming year, this like solo traveling is going to get 145% more searches on Pinterest than they have gotten in the previous year. So basically, as a travel blogger, the way that I would use this is I'm looking in here to see what will fit into my niche or what can I use and maybe change it a little bit to fit in my niche. Okay. So I'm a family adventure travel blog. So adventure and like being really slow, I don't know if those really go together. Staycation hotels, I probably wouldn't do that personally. Digital detox challenge. Now that's interesting. One of the things I love about going to some of the places that we go to, like national parks, for example, is that a lot of times you don't have access to your phone. Like you don't have a signal. And it's one of the wonderful things about that. So could I take this term and use it somehow when I'm creating content over the next year? Could I create a few pieces of content about how visiting national parks is a great way to digitally detox, let's just say, okay? That's just one example of how you might work that into your content plan. Or if you're a solo travel writer, hey, good news for you. That term is on the rise. So some of you might just look at this and go, okay, well, I haven't been doing Pinterest very much, but my blog is all about solo travel. Wow, this might really be the year for me to start pinning my stuff. And I definitely want to make sure I'm pinning anything that says solo anything to do with travel in there, right? So that's just one example. So let's go back and we're going to look at the other travel one. There were only two under travel. Dirt Flirts. And again, I'm not going to read the whole description, but basically this is all about like outdoors. It's like 4-wheel drives, camping, overland, like that kind of stuff. And I can tell you, I am Gen X and I am into this. And my family, we've been talking about doing a lot more backpacking and things like that. And so, what are some of the things that I can use? These trending search terms that they think are going to be big in 2024, how can I incorporate that into my content strategy for 2024? So for me, what I would actually do, I am not by any means saying you should abandon SEO, but we do all know that Google has made it a little choppy and weird and hard and maddening in some regards. So what I would actually do is not turn my back on SEO completely, but what I will look at is I'm going to look at these topics and these terms that they're thinking are going to be trending for 2024 on Pinterest. And then I'm just going to try to work those in. So when I go over to KeySearch, which is the keyword research tool that I use, I'm going to look at terms that incorporate this stuff. So I'm going to be looking at the kind of overland camping, off-roading stuff. I'm going to be looking at the like slower vacation, digital detox stuff when I'm searching keywords on KeySearch. And what I want is to find the perfect marriage between the two, right? So if I can find a low competition keyword that blends national parks and digital detox, for example, like the example I gave before, that is beautiful, because then if I do a good job on the SEO side of things and I use those search terms when I'm writing my pin titles and my pin descriptions to pin that content on Pinterest, I have a really good chance of that article doing well, not only on Google, but also on Pinterest, which is like two birds, one stone, easy peasy. We love that, right? Let's get that traffic from both sources. So that's just kind of a glance at Pinterest Predicts and how you might use it in your content strategy for the coming year. All right, stay tuned for the next video that I'm going to do about Pinterest trends and how you can use that in your day-to-day pinning. See ya.